What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Q from the Light at the End of the Tunnel channel. And today we're going to be talking about action. That's it. What action are we taking to get the fulfillment out of life? What are we doing? Hear a lot of people talking about they want that new Benz. What are you doing to retrieve the new Benz? The new house, you want the new crib with the, what are you doing to retrieve the new house? We gotta be taking action. If you're not building credit, if you're not saving money, if you're not being frugal and practicing a frugality mindset and living on a budget, then it goes back to one of my last videos. We just wasting time. That means we're just wasting time. We got to be able to put the pen to paper, write down the things that we're going to do and do them. We got to actually, roll the sleeves up, put in the work, and put some elbow grease on it and do the work. Somebody got to do the work. You understand what I'm saying? Far in between, I just hear too many of us, we want to get this and we want to get that. And, well, I had my eye on this and, boy, that sure good would look nice over here but what are we doing to get that? What are we doing to get that? It's all about action. It's not going to come to you. This stuff is not going to fall from the sky and just fall in your lap. You got to do you got to make the best wise decision, the best choice, and go and get it. You have to go out there and get that, legally. I had to legally, but you got to be able to put the action in, man. I guess so many of us were just, I don't know. Everyone's not the same. Everyone's wired differently. Some people, sort of like myself, I just believe in the laws of attraction. So, I you kind of attract what you get back what you're putting out there. And so when you're putting out a lot of good stuff, a lot of good stuff comes back to you. That's the best and simplest way for me to put it out there. But in totality, that's exactly what it is. And the problem is a lot of us is not putting anything out there. See, that's the thing. Some of us are either putting negative out there and getting negative back, or we're putting nothing out there and then getting nothing back. So, pick the lesser of the two evils. Which one is it? Are we putting nothing out there into the universe and then receiving nothing back? Or are we putting bad stuff out into the universe and then receiving the bad stuff back? Either way, it's a lose-lose. We need to be putting in work, taking action, and putting out good stuff into the atmosphere, and out into the universe. And that's what's going to come back for us. I remember a long time ago, man, it was a situation that happened, and I had ran into a brother. I hadn't seen him in a while. And then I had ran into him. And I was like, man, wow, how he? And when I seen him, he looked like a whole new person. He looked literally it was like I had just met him. It was like I had just met this brother, man. You understand what I'm saying? And we sat down and we ate, we kicked it or whatever. And he started to break this thing down to me. And when he started to break it down to me, when I got a hold of it, that was it. That was it. Case closed. You understand what I'm saying? And so I'm saying it here. I'm putting forth the action. I'm going to do the work and I'm going to do the action. And I'm going to always remember to put good vibes out there. You understand what I'm saying? Always. It's something about energy, And for me, I think the thing is about energy is that even on a bad day, I could be just going through some things and things could be, I could be a little out of alignment, a little off, a little left to center, if you will. And I try my best to keep my conversation and my aura and my frequency and my vibration. I try to keep all of that to a minimal because I don't want to put anything negative out there. Does that make sense? I don't want to put anything negative out into the universe at all because I know that that's what's coming back to me. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes you just need that good laugh. You just need to get a good laugh in, and that'll hold you for the next 3-4 hours. That good laugh. Sometimes you just need to get a good chest pump, one good workout. You eat a good meal. You just needed, a good cup of ice water. That ice was really cold. And that, sometimes that could shift the energy. It could change things up. You understand what I'm saying? And, and for me, that's just kind of how I operate. I try to make sure I'm always on the up and up. I always see the glass half full. It's always half full. It's never half empty. It's never half empty. But that's just kind of the energy that you want to be putting out there in the midst of taking the action and doing your due diligence. You have to do that. You have to do that because if you don't, guess what? That Benz that you've been looking at, it's going to be sitting right there on the lot as you continue to drive right past it. That dream house that you've been looking at, they're going to be building 2, 3, 4, 5 more of those, and you're going to be driving right past it. You understand what I'm saying? So we got to take the necessary acquired steps to get these things. It's not going to jump and just fall in your lap. Unless you plan on hitting the lotto tonight or first thing in the morning, you have to do your due diligence and put in the work and do the things that need to be acquired to gain these things. You understand what I'm saying? Don't none of this stuff it's not going to come to you. You understand what I'm saying? You walk into that corporation, you walk into that business, you walk into that establishment, and they're going to want to see some type of credentials. They're going to want to see that. They're going to want to see credit history. They're going to want to see bank statements. They're going to want to see checking account routing numbers, saving numbers. They're going to want to see these things. And if you have not been working on these things, then why even go in there and embarrass yourself? It's one thing to have the job history, employment history, right? That's a start. But what are we doing other than employment history? You understand what I'm saying? Employment history only checks one box. So when you get the paperwork and you're looking at the paperwork and they're like, okay, well, we're looking at this. We see you gotta check all the boxes. It's a lot of boxes on there to get the things that we want to acquire. And so we gotta be willing to work. We gotta be willing to put the action in there and do our due diligence. I can't say that enough, because if you like me, you want your own. You hear me? I know you do. You want your own, everything. So, I don't really need to be, getting into another topic, but us as men, grown men, independent grown men, we want our own. We should have it. That's what men do anyway. You understand what I'm saying? And men also put in the work in all areas of our life. You understand what I'm saying? In all areas. We know a little bit about everything in all areas. We're men, we're a man of many hats. You understand what I'm saying? Or, you might be the guy that you might not know about. You pop the hood and you don't know nothing about the transmission, but hey, listen, I need you to, but he does. Your friend can pull right up and pop the hood and get busy, So we just want to make sure we're doing our due diligence in all of these categories of life. You understand what I'm saying? Work, fitness, your spirituality, your meditation, your dieting, your family, all of these things is basically wrapped up under the umbrella of one unit of life. That's the whole deal about balance. Like I said before in a previous video, but that's the whole thing about balance. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. But it's your boy Q from the Light at the End of the Tunnel channel, man.